What's up, guys? Today we're going to take a look at pretty much the 5 years I've been gone. What happened to those blasters? That's what I'm going to be doing today. What happened to all the blasters of my earlier videos? So, first thing we're going to be doing is taking a look at my... Let's do that. Yeah, that's probably good. The good old blue long shot. What happened to it? You may think from my last video, it could be my modified blue long shot. But the truth is, I have two blue long shots. And this is not the one from the past. That one I picked up within the five years I've been gone. I got that one at a thrift store. This one I bought online. And that one is even weirder because it's this guy right here. And this guy does not look like a long shot. This guy's name is Titan Massacre, and it uses a Titan tank. You pump it up, and then you fire. It pretty much, what happened was, I modified this guy, and I put so many springs in it, with just its stock parts, that the thing just kind of broke. So I had its shell laying around for a while, and I made this guy, which is one of my hopper fed type things. It's a big pipe that goes all the way down to the back right here. So you open that, and you load rounds right in the stock, all the way up through the barrel. And this thing can hold about 23 rounds without reloading. Sometimes it fires 2. That's just how it is. And it's pretty much a mash of a ton of different shells, pretty much. Most of it's Titan, so that's why it's called Titan Massacre. It's just some Titan parts. The scope does nothing. And actually, you can't even really use the scope at all. So that's just kind of how it is. And yeah, hammer shots. Pretty much one of the main things I talked about in earlier videos. And the two hammer shots in that picture are destroyed. One of my pretty much second mod ever, the Z23, ripped itself apart and is literally like a maraca when you shake it. So that one is just in my junk piles. Today, only 4 of them have made it this far. So I have 4 hammer shots to show you. All of them are modded. First one is this guy. This very light spring. This one's just paint. Just a strip of blue, strip of red. That's how I did this guy. Next up, we have this guy, which is my favorite hammer shot now, just because I like how it came out. But yeah, that's about it. A little bit stronger spring in it. Not much. All of them have normal 5-shot cylinders. Because my 3D printer ones just ripped the O-rings apart. And this one just spray paint. Black handle, white, red, and blue, with splotches of orange. Next up, we have this guy, which is my lightest one. I'm not even sure if there's anything I put in this. It has something else in it. I know it's just not the stock one. And this one is a hydro dip I did, which is terrible because I'm bad at hydro dipping and I stopped. And it's pretty much just purple and this like copper color. Then we got this guy, which this one I bought from someone. So the paint job's all them. I don't know. This one is my strongest spring load by far. And it's just a nice little, I put this nice little grip on it. This is just some, grip tape. That's about it. So, that's my hammer shots today. Only 4 of them. At my most, I had, I think, 7. I had 7 hammer shots. I still have 2 of them I have 2 of them that are completely broken, and then I have 1 that needs repair because the O-ring's ripped up. So there you go, that's my hammer shot. Alright, now we're on to one that really never got finished on the 5-year-old videos, and that is metronome. Metronome now is completely finished, and at the time of this video, it was one of my best blasters, and now it is obsolete. Metronome is a strife that is modified, and it hits around 90 FPS. It has a front shotgun on it now that shoots 2 at once, pretty much. That's about it. And it has lights, if I can get them on. Those are the lights, and yeah, that's metronome pretty much. It just was a really fun build, full internals. This was my second electronic mod pretty much in Nerf. So now I don't use it, but at the time it was a good blaster. So but the next up are 2 blasters, which is my Mega Shotgun Pistol and my Rebel 3-shot thing. And why do I have both of them? Because they both are now this. This is my shotgun gauntlet, pretty much. I use this for zombie rounds, because you can always use a shotgun in zombie rounds. And I've taken out all the air restrictors on the Rebel one, so they both fire 3 rounds each. They're just connected on my wrist now. 3 rounds, still connected by the triggers, which is a shame, but it works just fine. And yeah, that's what happened to my shotgun pistols. They became a shotgun gauntlet. Alright, let's move on to something else. Alright, let's talk about another shotgun. What happened to my 20-round shotgun? I still got it. It's just a bit different now. This is a Gobzooka that I named Volcanicus because this is a volcano. 20 rounds at once. You no longer can take the cylinder off. It's completely strapped in. But there was a problem at one of my wars. I used this a lot. This was once part of my main gear. But I was using it, and I usually, because it's so big, I ditch it. I just throw it to the side. I threw it, and it hit a bottom of a tree root, and its handle broke off, and the handle was completely destroyed. Good thing is I had 2 Gobzookas, but I had to take one of them apart, so now the pump's not as good because this one is not how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to take the pumps out of them. So I put some electrical tape on it. It's just not the same, but it's still fun. And with 20 rounds, the spread is not that good. And I've used this probably 10 times. And I think I've shot 3 or 4 people with it, with its 20-round burst. It's not great, but it's fun. How about one more shotgun? So, you take a look at this guy. It's very nice what I did to it. And here is it now. It's all sorts of messed up. If you can even see it. All the paint's been scraping off of it over time. This one is probably my most used blaster here out of all these, because I use this a ton at battles, because I used to have a holster for it on my back, and this was just a cool thing. It's not part of my blasters anymore. The only downside why it's not is because it was just one shot. That was its issue. So this is my 2-shot shotgun. Well, it fires 2 at once, shoot it. It can fire 4 half darts at once, shoot it. And why all the paint's chipping off is because I didn't put clear coat on this one. When you paint your blasters, put a layer of clear coat on them, or they'll get all messed up like this over time. And yeah, I've still had it. It still survived. It's held together by hot glue and prayers, but it's here. Let's move on to the next one. How about a little bit of dark tag? So this guy, still got it. Still perfectly fine. The only differences from 5 years ago is I modified it. This is my only reverse plunger modified blaster, and it performs actually pretty well. All I did was I put the heaviest spring I could in it. Still not very heavy for an actual spring load nowadays. And the barrel's brassed. It fires decent. I'm not completely sure what it hits. I haven't chronographed it in a while, but it's fun, and I really like this blaster. I really like how it looks and the feel of it. This is still a great handle. So yeah, that's that one. What happened to my Night Finder? Well, I broke it. I have had 4 or 5 Night Finders. Yeah. Broke all of them, except one. One is still here. This guy. This is my yellow Night Finder. And this thing's paint job is, I think, one of my best. It just came out this way. I just spray painted it, and I like this. It's a red-blue kind of mixture. Some yellow still shines through. And all I really did was shove some brass in it and put a heavy spring load in it. And this one is a dangerous one to dry fire or just shoot in general, because I can hear this thing ripping itself apart again. But this is the last one that's still standing. It's not this gray one. The gray one I broke. Even broke my rare blue one, which is a shame. But this one, as long as I have one, that's what matters. But this guy, the old Night Finder, whatever it's called, don't remember, out of my old modding videos. Still got them. Still all functional. Still all work. I got 4 of them here. Here's the first one. And these things are just still great to mod. They're easy. They're a good starting point. And you can get some good power out of them for just basic mods. This one I did in like 3 minutes. And I glued a barrel into it, I think 4 years ago. I think it might be this one right here, just a little bit different. Haven't upgraded the actual holders so they can't hold darts. And it's stock spring still in it. And it's crap, but it's okay. It works just fine for darts. Better than a stock blaster. So yeah. The next one is this guy, which I upgraded the holster thingies. Dart holders, yes. And you can hold 2 rounds, as long as you don't stick them in too far. And this guy has my coupler in it, so it can take anything I want to shoot with the power that it has. And this one's upgraded somewhat, and that's this guy right here. But I can't shoot Mega XLs, I tried. Doesn't have enough power, and it's a shame. Next up is this guy. This guy's really old. This one's still just brass barrel I put in it. And this color scheme's very interesting. Color scheme, well, the paint job sucks, but this is for O'Day colors, the red and gold. And this guy has a lot of spring upgrade in it. And this guy packs a punch. This was once in my top 10 strongest pistols. Not anymore, though. Long since passed, that's for sure, for top 10 pistols. Then, my best one, which is this guy right here. And this guy has a little 3D printed part right there from a string blaster I had that broke itself. I do not trust 3D printed blasters anymore, and I still don't care. But the 3D printed like stuff like this, I'm cool with. So I've got a nice, don't know, nice whatever thing for the grip. And this is one of my old paint jobs which I liked, which I kept for a long time, which is my pink and orange. Pink with orange spots, if you can see any orange. And this guy is different because it has a coupler down in it. So it just takes this little barrel, put a dart in there, put it in there, prime it. It doesn't have a strong spring like this guy does, but this one can hit 150. So that's cool. And I didn't upgrade the holders either. So one dart, that's all you get. All right, on to the next thing. So what happened to my first modded blaster, the big bad bow that I called Musket? Well, you might think I broke it. I did break a big bad bow, but it was not Musket. Here it is right here in all its glory. It's got a stock on it now, which looks like the hot glue has given up, and now it's wiggly. That's fine. And some stuff's different. Now it is my coupler system as well, so it takes anything I can put on it that can shoot. This one also can't shoot Mega XL, which is a shame. And it has an underslung blaster now, which is another blaster from the past, my past videos, which is this guy right here. Don't remember the name, but it held like 7 darts and it was cool, but I took it apart, become Musket's underslung blaster. So this thing has two powerful shots now, and this one is also a coupler thing, and they can be switched. So yeah, you just kind of prime that bottom one, prime the top one, and then it's like that. You got 2 shots. I need to re-glue this stock because that is not fun. But yeah, Musket's been here since the very start. In this video, it had brass barrel, just a brass barrel, and now it hits over 100 because it has my coupler system. But yeah. That's not good. I'll fix that somehow. Alright, now we're on to my Chronos. My 10-shot Chronos. I was one of the first to put up a video about an extended Chronos magazine. I was so happy about it, thought I would get a lot of views. It got like nothing, but that's how YouTube works. And what happened to the Chronos? Well, my little 10 rounds worked for a while actually, but because how I designed it, it eventually just snapped off. So now, it's this. This is very different now. This now has the Chronos half dart kit in it. So, and it has one heck of a spring upgrade, but how the spring upgrade works, it kind of got weaker over time. And this is a nerf ball thingy front grip, and yeah, prime it like that, shoot it, and yeah, it's just kind of how it is. It's just my, well, I called it the X99 now, and yeah, have never used this in actual war because it hits a little bit too hard. So yeah, that's how this guy went. Yes, my Caliburn, the final blaster on this list. What happened to my Caliburn, the first generation Caliburn? After this video was taken, I took it to my park to have some fun, just shooting it in the distance, watching the darts just fly for miles. And the catch mechanism snapped in half. And that was it. It was done. It was never the same. So what's left of my Caliburn? You saw this guy. I just showed you. These little metal bars are the Caliburn. Yeah. That's what happened to it. And also, this is my 1995 crossbow I picked up about 2 years ago, and it has the Caliburn's plunger tube, and it's a little plunger in there. That's what I was able to salvage from the Caliburn. And that's where the Caliburn went. You might say, well, you could have printed more parts. Well, I don't have a 3D printer. I don't plan on printing 3D printed parts ever. So, I like the old school way. I like pipes. I like PVC. I like glue. I like keeping my blasters together with just some good old-fashioned grease and hot glue. Well, now you know what happened to all the blasters from the past. There's some I didn't show you because I didn't think they were worth showing. And a lot of them are broken, or just I got rid of them. And now, well, let's move on to the firing demo. Let's see. Hammer shot. Another one. Let's dual wield. Two half darts in each. One half dart. Alright, I'm going to shoot 3 from each of these. Alright, this says 4 half darts, then I'll switch to elites. No batteries, sorry. At least there's those batteries. We'll do the front gun. Alright, now we'll do both at once. There's a reason I call this thing musket, if you can't tell. Whoops. Alright, get ready guys, this one's gonna take a while. Looks like it wants to be a shotgun today. There we go. Yep, all of them are gone.